Prime Minister Stephen Harper will be among world leaders and royalty to attend Margaret Thatcher's funeral in London next Wednesday. Plans for the ceremony are now set, but in death as in life, Margaret Thatcher is causing controversy as people argue over how to honor the Iron Lady or whether she deserves to be honored at all. Sean Mallon reports.
The Iron Lady's last journey began after dark Monday when her body was taken away from London's Ritz Hotel, where she spent her final days. At around the same time, a few kilometers away in the Brixton neighborhood, hundreds were in the streets battling police during a spontaneous celebration. A sentiment mirrored in Glasgow, where they toasted the death of a leader blamed for crushing Scottish industry. On the other side of the divide, admirers added to a small display of flowers outside Thatcher's home in the Tony Belgravia area.
I think the thing you've got to remember is that she was inspirational, particularly for women.
Her funeral next Wednesday at St. Paul's Cathedral will be an invitation-only event, with the Queen leading the guest list. The first time she's attended the funeral of a Prime Minister since Winston Churchill. As Stephen Harper signed a condolence book at the British High Commission in Ottawa, his office announced that he'll be going too, with former Prime Minister Brian Mulroney also invited.
Thatcher herself is said to have vetoed the idea of an RAF flypast, calling it a waste of money. But still, this will be a substantial event. Streets closed off, military lining the way and bearing her casket into the cathedral. And in the true spirit of Thatcherism, it has all generated a fierce debate. Is the $13 million cost excessive for a divider or too little for a great leader?
The government minister in charge of planning believes it's just about right.
I think there's a huge amount of people who will want to, not just in Britain, but around the world, who will want to pay their respects to her.
A left-leaning tabloid editorialized that the cost, split between the government and her estate, would be better spent elsewhere. And in North England towns devastated by Thatcher-era mine closings, they're planning parties for the day of her funeral.
There's no saying that you don't speak ill of the dead. For this woman, I'll make an exception. She shed no tears when she killed my village.
With Margaret Thatcher, there remains little middle ground. Sean Mallon, Global News, London.